Well, hello everyone. I hope you are having an amazing day. If you don't know who I am, my name is Jem and I'm a session touring musician, a music producer, and a music director. And today I'm going to talk about my 10-year journey I've had so far with the Duesenberg Starplayer TV. That's right. This is a 10-year review of such a wonderful and spectacular guitar made from Duesenberg all the way in Germany. Now, you might be wondering, Jem, why are you gonna make a review of a guitar that you've had for the last 10 years of your life? Well, there might be people who want to buy this guitar and they want someone with a real world experience with this spectacular guitar and see how it's held up over the years, because, you know, this guitar ain't cheap. And if you're gonna buy a lengthy investment in a guitar, you want to know how it's held up over the years. You want to know what experiences you've had with it, the durability, the way it sounds, the way, you know, it's been held up with good maintenance and setups. So yeah, let me start off by saying this video is not sponsored by Duesenberg, but this video is just my love letter to the people at Duesenberg, just to say thank you guys for making incredible instruments over the years. Let me talk about my journey on how this guitar has been acquired. My first time ever seeing a Duesenberg was through my dear friend and musical mentor Nigel Hendroff, through those old 2007-08 Hillsong This Is Our God album era DVDs, you know, the workshops and the live albums itself, you know, songs like Run or Desert Song. So that was my first exposure to seeing a Duesenberg. I remember talking with my older brother when he would watch those rehearsal videos, those workshop videos, the DVDs, and I go to my brother, "Hey, what is that like blue tile Gretsch over there?" He goes, "Oh, that's not a Gretsch, that's a Duesenberg." I was like, "Whoa, I've never heard of that guitar in my life." And you know, back in the day, in the internet in 08, 09, there wasn't much information about these guitars. It wasn't until like over the years they started getting more and more popular. You know, people like Mike Campbell and Johnny Depp and John Mayer started using these guitars. Robbie McIntosh, you know, the Where the Light Is, you know, DVD. I was watching that more and more, and I was like, hey, I see that giant, you know, D logo everywhere with these guys. So then I started getting more information about it as they started getting more popular on the internet. I was like, oh, that's a Duesenberg. That's really, really cool. It's, you know, it looks familiar, looks kind of like a Gretsch, but it's not a Gretsch. And it looks like a Les Paul, kind of, but it's not a Les Paul. So that was my first time ever seeing about Duesenberg. And my first time actually playing a Duesenberg was when I was 10th grade. There's a boutique guitar store in Sydney, Australia, which is where I'm originally from, called Gladesville Guitar Factory. And I have never seen a Duesenberg until I walk in this store and I see one hanging up there, and I was like, oh my gosh, can I try that guitar? And I played it and I was like, this is a really, really cool guitar. It was punchy, it had rock tones, but also could get nice and subtle clean tones out of it too. I played it through, I think it was a Matchless Lightning 15, which was the first time I played a Duesenberg, and it was in that store. And the story of acquiring this Duesenberg Starplayer TV was in my last year of high school. I was about to graduate, and also I turned 18 that year. And I was like, you know what? It would be nice to get a new guitar as my high school graduation and, you know, 18th birthday gift, because I've been using my bright yellow Ibanez RG for the longest time. It was my only guitar. And it was time for an extra addition to the arsenal. And initially, I wasn't thinking about a Duesenberg at all. Actually, I was looking for the Fender Richie Kotzen Telecaster, and that's kind of the tone I was going for. You know, I love Telecasters so much. If you've been watching my channel, like, the Telecaster is like the ultimate guitar for me. But when it was time to buy a new guitar, I went to Gladesville Guitar Factory, same place they had the Duesenberg. There was a Richie Kotzen Telecaster. Keyword was. Then when I went to the store, someone already bought it. And I was like, oh man, that's kind of lame that the guitar that I wanted wasn't here. I tried other tellies in the store and they didn't really speak to me. So we went back home. And as I was thinking about, man, what kind of a guitar do I want next? This was back in 2015, by the way. I opened an episode of That Pedal Show, and the episode was James Bay, Hold Back the River. And he was playing his Epiphone, I don't know if it was a casino, but he was getting such incredible tones out of this P90 neck pickup with a semi-hollow body. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is a tone that I want. And immediately the guitar that clicked in my head was, all right, a guitar that I know of that has a tone with a P90 in the neck is the Duesenberg Starplayer TV. You know what? Let me ask my mom and dad if we can go back to the store and if I can try the Duesenberg Starplayer TV. And then, I immediately switched to that neck pickup with the Domino P90 and played some riffs. And then I went to the bridge and played, this grand vintage humbucker. And I was like, I think this is the guitar that I want. So my parents did a very, very bold move in purchasing this Duesenberg Starplayer TV in grand vintage white. And I am so grateful for my mom and dad and the hard work and the labor that they put together just so they can buy me a new guitar for my graduation for high school and my 18th birthday. And what's so funny is when I got this guitar, I was also starting to be mentored by Nigel, and I brought the guitar to him. I was like, dude, yeah, this is thanks to you I have this guitar. So that's a pretty cool story. And man, this guitar has gone with me to so many different musical situations and different parts of the world and so many different gigs, whether it was I started out playing this guitar at church and, going to my first jam sessions, continuing on with my professional, like the start of my professional gigs and being a content creator. This is the guitar that I used in so many videos. Actually, the video I got my first 100,000 views on was with this guitar. Man, what have I done with this? I've done so many different pop gigs, wedding gigs. I've flown on multiple planes with this guitar. I've done 2 cruise ship gigs, and this guitar has come with me on both of the. Oh, actually no, this came with me on one of the cruise ship gigs. Held up so well. I've flown overseas with this guitar. I recorded, tracks with this guitar on people's songs and albums. And my goodness, this guitar has just never failed to be super rock solid and steady. Let me talk about the tonality and the stuff that I love about this guitar. Starting off with the body, a spruce top and maple body. I've never seen anything like it, never heard anything like it, but the way it resonates, it's got this really nice present high end and mid range, but it's not piercing to the ears. And when when you strum it, it's especially with the humbucker side, you would think it would be thick and gnarly like a Les Paul, or a bit chimey like a Gretsch because you think of the hollow body, or like maybe it's like a 335, but it's its own unique thing. And let me clean up the sound a bit. And this was like my introduction to like a vintage style PAF style pickup where the tone was nice and full, but you had a lot of clarity in the top end, and also in the top end you had a good amount of bottom end, and in the bottom end you had a good amount of top end, like these low notes, super clear. With a bit of gain. Like that maple spruce combo sounds so good with these pickups, and then with that Domino P90 in the neck. Like it's a P90, but it doesn't have that honky mid-range. It's almost like I'm playing a Strat, and especially if I'm playing like a more mid-rangey overdrive and I'm high up here. With the volume down. Like it's surprisingly bright. It's like a good amount of high end, but also it's warm. Like if I close my eyes, I would have thought I've been playing like a bigger Strat. That's kind of what it reminds me of. It reminds me like a bigger Strat, but with a really nice top end presence to it, without it being harsh. And it's surprisingly really versatile. Like there's times where I'm just using just this and this, and I can play almost any genre of music with this. Like especially on those cruise ship gigs that I did. That one particular one I did in 2022, like when I took this guitar with me, I played everything from like country Chris Stapleton stuff to like Bruno Mars or Chaka Khan. And then And even playing at church with this guitar, there's a reason why Nigel uses guitar for such a long period of time at Hillsong, and still uses Duesenbergs sometimes here and there. there's a really nice sound in there that cuts through the mix, but it's also really really present. And also it had, it's a similar layout to a telly, 2 pickups, 3 positions, volume, tone. It's just simple, but you can get so much out of your hands with it. So that's what I love about the body. The Duesenberg, man, Diamond Deluxe Tremolo. This is like the best Bigsby style trem I've ever used. Still to this day, like nothing ever compares to it. Right now, it's kind of loose at the moment because I haven't tightened the washer. Sometimes, as time has gone on with this guy, you gotta retighten this guy. But you can flutter on this. You can dive. You can raise the notes up. Be nice and subtle with it. Or you can go. Like I've gotten some really creative tremolo tones with this guy, and the intonation has been so good on this. Like this guitar's never really needed to be like fully intonated. As soon as it came into the factory, the intonation has stayed consistent these last 10 years. I also just love the neck profile in this. It's so funny. When I got this guitar, I was like, how am I able to shred faster on my Duesenberg than my Ibanez RG? There's a comfort level in the radius on this thing where you're able just to fly on this guitar. Like I was playing so many fast notes on this guitar. And like it was more comfortable to do that than my Ibanez, which doesn't make sense. But for some reason I was able to play much faster on this guitar than the Ibanez, which is so crazy. The neck has held up so well and so beautifully. The finish has held up so well on this guitar. There has literally been nothing wrong with this guitar in the last 10 years. I've had no wiring issues. It's only had 3 setups in the last 10 years. I've had a neck adjustment here and there, 1 fret dress. Ever since it got, comes out of the factory plecked, right? First time I've also heard of a pleck machine. Like Duesenberg was doing plecks for ages. Ever since it came out of the factory plecked, it has just played amazingly well. And even as the frets have worn down over the years and has gotten, fret dress. I think it's only gotten 2 fret dresses. Oh, one fret dress, I think. It has just continued to play amazingly well. The last setup I got in this was actually in November of last year. Because ever since I switched to using 11s on this guitar, the tuning has gotten either good or great. And then after just an adjustment last year, finally was just like, I need this to really stay in tune. I've had no issues with it. The tuning stability, once it's set up, it's set up perfectly well. It's so rock solid. It's really, really phenomenal. The tuners have held up really well. These Z tuners, there's been no issues with the tuners whatsoever. Literally, I've had no issues with this Duesenberg Starplayer TV over the last 10 years. And this has been with me on planes, on cruise ships, like I said. It's been with me everywhere. It's been out in the heat, out in the cold. It has never nothing has gone wrong with this guitar, which blows my mind, especially with how much I've played this guitar over the years. And I think that's just a testament to the quality of Duesenberg. So the only con that I really have with this guitar is that this middle position, you either love it or you hate it. Or, you like it for a clean sound. Yeah, it's like a Strat thing. 2 pickups out of phase or whatever it is. Like, it sounds great for that stuff, right? As soon as you throw gain on it, it collapses. Like, I don't like the sound of it when there's gain on it. That's the only gripe I have with it. One thing I also noticed about the Duesenberg is, to me, it doesn't do like the mellow jazz thing very well. Like, it does a nice, really good jazz. Like it does a jazz tone, but it's not as present as I would like it to be. Even with the tone down, right? Like, when the tone's down, it just sounds like, whoa. It just sounds muffled and not clear compared to other pickups. I mean, even if you roll the tone all the way down, there's still a nice presence to it. This one, not so much. To me, it sounds like cardboard. When I bring up the tone a bit. Yeah. Like, I feel like I can only roll it down 50% before it gets, like, too much. Like, here, it's gone. Like, it might be a cool sound for someone, but I don't like it. I like it. I like the neck pickup of this to stay nice and present. Ooh, turn it roll down a bit. It's not a bad jazz tone. It's not the sound I'm looking for when I'm doing like a more mellower tone. Another thing that is a con on this guitar, which is why also I went for a Telecaster not too long after this, was more so like the higher gain tones. Just because I like to, like the hard rock tones, this is great, right? It does that rock thing, right? But there's something that I'm missing when I do have like a solid body. It has that extra snap. Like, that's not a bad gain tone. It's more so like it's more mellower than what I'm going for when it comes to like a higher gain sound. Sometimes the neck pickup can get a little too bassy, especially when you hear that gain in there. Oh, so comfortable to do all that stuff with this guitar. It's so great. Literally, that's the only 2 things about this guitar that I felt like I've never fully gelled with, which is the middle pickup and then like the overly gainy tones, which is, this guitar's not designed to do that stuff anyway, but it can handle it. It just doesn't have that snap I want that you get from a more solid body instrument. And also just being mindful of the amount of low end that is on this Domino P90. It's phenomenal sounding Domino P90, by the way. But that neck pickup, when it's with a lot of gain, it can get quite bassy. Which could be cool for some people. For me, I like a neck pickup that's a little more tight, but it's never really bothered me or stopped me from playing to be like, I don't like the sound of this guitar. Everything about this guitar, it's just you and your hands and getting the best sounds you can with just 2 pickups. You can get a country tone, you can get a pop, or you know, the bluesy thing. And with rock up as well. It's got just a nice growl to it that is not a Gretsch, it's not a Les Paul, it really is its own unique thing. So yeah, if you're looking for the Duesenberg sound, man, so if you're looking for a sound that only sounds like a Duesenberg, man, you can only get it with a Duesenberg. That's this guitar, from the construction and the pickups. Everything about this is its own unique thing. And yeah, in terms of quality, I've had no issues with the quality the last 10 years. Like I said, nothing wrong with the wiring. Everything has worked fantastic. The nut has stayed nice and consistent, you know, continue to keep that lubricated over time. That's worked. I've had no issues really with this guitar at all. Just continue to keep it getting it set up. Look after the instrument and it'll look after you. So that is my 10-year review of the Duesenberg Starplayer TV. Yeah, now that I think of it, from November of 2015 to November of 2025. I know this is 2026 right now, but yes, I've had this guitar for 10 years now, and it's continued to be with me in my arsenal. It's continued to help me create amazing music, and yeah, what an overall beautiful and inspiring instrument. And it's durable as heck. Like, as pretty as it is, this thing is a tank. Like, yeah, taking it around the world with me in different places, different climates, it takes everything like a champ. So yeah, I've had no issues with fret sprouting, no issues with the neck warping, no issues with the body warping. It's just stayed so rock solid. The finish has stayed really consistent too. No issues. It's phenomenal. So, a testament to Duesenberg quality. And yeah, if you are looking for a Duesenberg, man, I think you won't be disappointed. I'm very grateful for this instrument, and I'm continue to be excited to make more music with it over the years. So yeah, that's my journey with the Duesenberg Starplayer TV after 10 years. I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to like and subscribe this video if you liked what you saw. If you're interested in checking out more of what I do with my music, feel free to check out my website at www.john1maxthebangmusic.com. And if you want to check out my Line 6 Helix, HX Stomp, and Podgo presets, go check out multitracks.com. And if you want to follow me on my social medias, I've got everything at JemmyJems_. So have yourself an amazing day. Peace out and God bless.